This, as everybody knows, is Culture Month for the month of May, and the first week of May we dedicate it to safety, which is one of our cornerstones. So we're kicking it off with a our version of a roundtable discussion through this Zoom meeting. So, in regards to our safety never compromise safety culture, the question is, what does that really mean? Um, we expect our employees and the workers to do things the right way, doing the right things the right way. And we're not going to cut corners, and we're certainly not going to jeopardize the a worker's safety and well-being. It is our duty to provide a safe work environment. So on this call, we've got some of our folks that were willing to share some of their experiences, primarily, incidents that either happened to themselves, happened to maybe a family member, or maybe a coworker.
This happened at the building in the development was called Trick. Stands for Tahoe Reno Industrial Center. It was Trick Building 3. We had an incident with our steel contractor, and one of the steel workers, of course, they were tied off properly, and they were on top of a wide flange beam, and the loading of the deck was taking place at that time as well. So we had the steel that was being loaded on the deck. Uh, basically, it basically what happened is that the material, when it was set down, it pushed on one of the wide flange beams that just so happens that this worker was on at that time, and it knocked that worker off. The actual equipment did not hit him. It was just actually hitting the beam itself. And he was there dangling about 40 plus feet, about 42 feet in the air. And his two coworkers had seen that, and quickly, which is fantastic. They both came over to lift him up because as he was hanging, to take that and be able to relieve him from what had happened. They were able to unhook him. He was in the basket, and then lower him down in the scissor lift. And we let him know that, and he was a younger man too, as well. He was in his early 20s. Just let him know that his safety harness saved his life. And I think he was a little bit embarrassed that that had happened, but we let him know that it's okay. It's you're here. You went home to your family. You went home to your loved ones. That's what matters in the end.
That's a great story, and I appreciate you sharing that, Dino. That's obviously it started with training, and the wearing of the fall protection equipment, and you'd much rather be embarrassed than something else. The bumps and bruises are going to go away. So kudos to him, kudos to them. I'm glad that his coworkers were nearby to help retrieve him and pull him to safety.